Good evening and welcome to it. It is the OMU podcast with your host, Neto Machele. And today we've got another interesting young man of Muir who has made some strides in the world. Now, in 2009, he matriculated from Muir and he went on to study at UCT in 2013 where he completed a BCom accounting degree. He then started SM Tax, which is his company. He is the CEO of the company in 2015. He went on and did his honors in taxation in 2016, and then he did his master's in taxation in 2018. So we've been talking to somebody who is very, very, very in touch with matters of the money and our finances. But before we go on to the interview, I would like you guys to please join everybody and create this community that we have over on our YouTube channel. You can simply just hit the like and the subscribe button and you'll be notified of every time we upload a new video up on the channel. You can also hit us up, or rather, let me say, we can also communicate with us on our social media pages. That is on LinkedIn, that is on Facebook, as well as Instagram. It is the Old Muirite Union over there. So we're going to be speaking to Buchule Sibaca, and we're going to have a great conversation. Buchule, how are you?
Good, man. Good. It's a busy season for us, but sometimes being busy is good, so no complaints my side.
Cool.
And how are you?
I'm doing well, man. You know, nestled up in the bush, all good and well, peaceful and tranquil environment. So in the news, I just recently saw, I think it happened yesterday. This will probably be on the screen later on, but the president signed a new national health deal or a bill, and it seems as if people are panicking. How would you put people at ease in terms of what does this actually mean to the taxpayers?
Yeah. So like the NHI bill has been in the works since my first year in varsity, all the way back in 2010. So it's been something that, you know, as a country we've been working on, talking about it. I think sometime 2015, 2016, you know, they started changing the tax legislations around medical aid deductions and how those medical aids, deductions were calculated. And that was to create a savings pool to launch NHI. I guess the people that don't have medical aid are obviously going, yeah, great. And the people that do have medical aid are probably thinking, hey, should I continue paying? Should I not continue paying? So I think all in all, it's a good thing for the country. I think healthcare is one of the most important things up there with probably security. So, you know, I think it's a long time coming. I think we'll then see implementation thereof.
Yeah, probably in the next maybe few years.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe in the next
it took about 15 years to get it to this point, or probably longer. So you never know.
Okay, cool. So let's get into the nitty-gritties of this podcast. Obviously, I'm sure you've been following what we've been doing. We're just trying to find out from Muirites, or old Muirites rather, from all across, not just the country, all across the world. You are currently based in Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken, but you're doing a lot of traveling. So thank you for joining us, and I'm glad that you took some time out of your day to have this conversation with us. So the first question, I'm going to jump right into it. Where were you born, and where did you attend primary school?
So I was born in the dusty streets of Uitenhage. I think it's called Uitenhage now. So that's where I call home, and it'll always be home.
Yeah.
I then joined Muir College in grade 4, so like I'm a true, you know.
Yeah, you are.
I think I skipped the college hill, the college hill part, but a true Muir right through from grade 4 all the way to grade 12. You know.
Cool. One thing I've noticed about Uitenhage people, Utneg people love Utneg. Like, what is it? What is it about Utneg that people love so much?
And funny enough, like as soon as you start traveling and you go out of Utenake, you know,
Yeah.
you experience different cities and different, I think, pulses. I
Mm.
think Utenake is quite a nice, slow, town. Nothing is fast. Nothing is too hectic. So I think you kind of sometimes in the busyness of it all,
Yeah.
you kind of miss home. Like I just want to go sit and on the stoop and think about nothing and and just be one with the beat of Mutiny, which is quite a
Yeah,
nice
yeah, yeah.
slow beat. So I think that's one, and I think it's got interesting characters. So
Definitely.
I don't know. I can't remember a time going home when I didn't laugh probably the whole day. Just
Yeah.
different uh, variety of people you get there. So yeah, but I think home is always home. So you gotta love it, I guess.
Cool. So you've moved, left Utneg in the dust, and you headed over to the mountains of Cape Town. Beautiful, way different to what Utneg is. So how was it sort of assimilating to a new lifestyle? Because I mean, Cape Town compared to Utneg is very cosmopolitan and very Eurocentric in that sense. So how does it feel, or how is it like living in Cape Town?
Yeah, so I always tell the story and I say, like, I left my mother at the bus stop, crying,
Yeah,
and her little finally, or I guess at that time I was probably two months into my manhood, um, and going into a city where I didn't know anyone,
yeah,
probably one of the first time out of let's call it the cocoon of home,
yeah.
and I guess, yeah, I think one of the beauties of I think even being part of like a school like Muir College is that the traditions and the cultures and the different people we meet,
Mm,
especially I think through rugby. I think rugby was quite a big, networking event
yeah.
to some degree, if you're really thinking about it. Because some of the guys we met when we were here, they were like from Grey or
Mm,
St.
mm, mm,
Andrews
mm.
or whatever it is, and where we played with them at school rugby level, and you kind of knew some faces, even though they weren't from your college,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you had met them some way, and and Cape Town is so different, I think, to most other provinces. Is that you've got a plethora of different people and different
Mm,
religions and different cultures, and I think once you learn how to sort of mingle across the different spheres, and I think I was like that in school as well, never stuck
mm.
around with one clique. I've already had multiple cliques that I was part of. I think it just became easier for me to get around. And because I did Lufala at the same time, you'll translate what Lufala means. uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to meet other guys from different parts of Eastern Cape, and some of them here in Western Cape, in that whole getting to know each other kind of rituals that we did. So as much as it was new,
Mm.
at the same time, for a guy like me, you would never been out of home. It was super exciting.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
no more curfews, no more
Yeah, so
all
you are
that
free. You are
red
free.
life. So
You
yeah.
got your freedom.
Yeah, so university is probably one of the best lives, parts of my life, and I'll always remember those years very fondly.
Cool.
Especially first, second year was really good, and then obviously third and fourth year it gets a bit hectic with the books, but
Yeah.
yeah, first and second year you get up to some some crazy stuff that I would never tell my parents about, and I
You are
probably
going
wouldn't say
to
to this
you are
week.
going to have to reveal some stuff here on this podcast. So you better prepare for that one. So can you share a moment with us, a memory that you have, a fun memory that you have of your school days?
Yeah, for me, and I've listened to some of these podcasts, but yes, it's for me, Operation. I think
Yes.
Operation Week, where I
Yeah.
came.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's so many of them, but obviously the final one when we were in matric, sorry, not in matric, in grade 11,
Yeah.
because we don't go in matric, but grade 11, yeah, that was the best. Yeah, the memories we made, the bonfires,
Yes.
that was jumping in the water there in the little river, what do we call it, dam, but the fufu sliding, the shooting, those were really, really, fun memories. And sometimes even when we get together with the guys, we start talking about the stuff we did. Sorry for my language, but not got up to an operation. But yeah. So yeah, definitely one of some of the biggest, funnest memories of school.
Cool. So Muir College recently turned 200 years, right? First question, were you at the reunion? And the question after that, have you attended any reunions? How many have you attended?
I attended my 10-year reunion, which was the first one.
Yeah.
So I was a speaker there for my class. Obviously, I'm also class captain. What do they call it? Class rep. I'm sure the guys are like, who elected you Captain Buchule? But anyway, it's class rep. So I got to attend a couple of the reunions. Unfortunately, the 200 one I missed because I had to travel out of country, and so bummed. I mean, yeah, the FOMO. We were chatting on WhatsApp with the guys, and everyone was telling me, "Where are you? You should be here." But yeah, so bummed about that one. But yeah, I think then after that, there hasn't been one after that actually.
Okay.
No,
because
just maybe 3.
Because reunions form a very big part of who we are at school as well. Because from being at school and participating in a reunion while you're a schoolboy, you always seem to want to be there as well. Come dressed up, stand in the balcony while the boys are doing the war cry at the bottom. It's just a different feeling when you've gone to a boys' school and you attend reunions. So yeah, definitely. You should go to more reunions. I was at the 200th and it was nice, man. For me, that was the biggest reunion I'd seen us pull off. And congratulations to the team for that was a successful campaign leading up to the May reunion. Okay, so my next question I'm sure you've had a lot of friends, or you still have a lot of friends at school. Have you kept in contact with some of the guys that you went to school with, or guys that are in your class? And just mention a few of them that you still have a chat with every once in a while.
Yeah, so yeah, I keep in contact with a lot of them. We still have a big WhatsApp group. Okay. Their guys are post-school days started their own companies, and so we handle the SMTax or SimTax. And so we get to, chat a lot more often, like guys like Bongani, who's now started a law firm, and other guys, obviously, who I do personal taxes for. So we chat a lot around there. So we do keep in touch. Obviously, when I go home, I try to go home as much as I can. With business schedule, so I try to visit The Hague. And normally we would obviously chat with the guys and who's in town. But yeah, so yeah, I still keep in touch with a lot of the guys. Some of the guys probably lost touch with. But yeah.
It's a part of growing up also. Yeah, it's a part of growing up. But I like what you said, I think also a big part of creating this network of old boys is to enable us or sort of give us an enabling environment where we can sort of touch base. And if there's a need for our businesses to work together, or where I work, I can benefit from you, and so on and so forth. So I like the fact that you guys are still in touch, and your businesses sort of merge into each other, and y'all are working together. Those are things that our parents dream about when they take us to these good schools, that we hope these boys one day all sort of become something and they build a better tomorrow for the kids. So my next question is, how do you believe, and this is always a tongue twister for me, so how do you believe Muir College has helped you become a better person?
Yeah, it's a really good one. I think, in varsity, when you walk in varsity, and the first thing that's like a big shock to someone who comes from a boys' school like Muir College is you start calling your lecturers by name.
Yes.
And we've been taught for so many years, it's a sir, man, yes, sir, man, kind of thing. And I think the component of respect, for your elders, it really goes a long way. Even if you do call your lecturer by your name, I think as you take those kind of principles in business, and because I think also maybe quite different to your schooling years is that you normally interact with your peers or your same age group,
Yeah.
but in professional world, you interact with different people, and you almost get to learn how to become friends with, a 50-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, doesn't matter what it is. And I think that level of respect that you get taught at Muir College throughout your journey there is quite crucial. I think the other one is just being neat, like knowing how to wear a suit, because you've worn a suit, tie and blazer your whole entire life. So, it just comes naturally to you to just look neat, tuck the t-shirt, look presentable. It just gives you a bit more confidence as well to speak.
Yeah.
So I think, those were some real big insights. I think respect, just looking neat, and then the big one, discipline. I think that really goes a long way. And I think like teachers, I think Mr. Francis is now the headmaster. So but guys like that, and Mr. Host, and everyone else, and all the teachers that I think I can name different teachers that throughout my schooling career have shaped a component of what I think is now the full package of Buchule that I carry with me in different forms. Like guy like Mr. Steven, taught me how to really, really believe in my ability. Because sometimes when you're smart, you don't think that you're smart. You just, I think a person like Mrs. Charlie really shows you to chase for the stars, So different people, man, like Mr. Francis helping you to go. And I was a prefect, so understanding that you're now in a leadership role, part of your, you have to develop other people underneath you, so everyone looks up to you. Just be wary of those kind of nuances. So you take those lessons and when you apply them at bigger scale, they're really, really impactful.
Definitely, bro. So my next question, this one is a less serious one. So I would like to know, what's the craziest thing you've done that other old Muirites do not know that you've done?
Craziest thing I've done that other old Muirites don't know.
Yeah.
So this would obviously be post school.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, today. No, man, I've been a straight arrow. Crazy things.
So starting a family is not crazy. Getting married is not crazy.
I'm married now, but I have three children. I run the CEO of a company.
Starting a company, dude. At 26, you were CEO at 26. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. So when I wanted to start SM Tax, my girlfriend, then now wife, was probably like 5 months pregnant with our firstborn, my son. And so I go home and I go, well, look, I want to start this company. And my parents or my mom was like, you know what? I spent all my money. I invested in you. I sent you to the best schools, and you've just graduated. You haven't even been working for 3-4 years. And you're telling me now that you want to go start a new company, and they called a family meeting, to go to. And what's gotten into this boy? Is he on drugs or something?
But look, it worked out. Look at you now.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah. So, luckily my father was like, look, if you really believe in this thing, I'll back you, I'll support you. So, and obviously once I started, then the family got behind it, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
This is history, they say.
So besides your marriage and the family and the kids, what do you regard as the best achievement you've had to date?
I started SM Tax to make a difference, in the lives of ordinary entrepreneurs. That otherwise, I think, and normally what I say is that I say the best amongst us normally go and work for corporates. And, the budding entrepreneur never gets like premium advice and support from really smart people sometimes, I think, or most of the time. And so for me, the impact is changing people's lives, knowing that, if I wasn't there helping them with the financial structure, they would have never bought that truck.
Yeah.
They first truck, now they own 50 trucks and now they have 1,000 employees. Or if I didn't help them with their taxes or get their tax clearance, they would have never got that big tender, that changed their lives. So I think it's seeing the results of your work, right in front of you, and how you literally moved and changed people's lives is one of the biggest achievements. So there's just too many then to count. I think that as a fulfilling role is really what, makes me wake up every day to push, because I know the next person needs me and needs SM Tax and needs us and needs us as a country to work together to move the needle. But yeah, so I'd say that's one of my biggest achievements. But professionally, yeah, I think, growing an accounting firm from, 10 clients in 2015 to, 60,000 in 2024. So it's a big milestone. Not a lot of people get to achieve that. So we've really grown, and we're really fortunate enough to understand digital. And when COVID hit, obviously for us, it was a real great, spark, because we were already digital. Yeah. So people then, it's better to deal with a digital accounting firm digitally, because now you knew how to use Zoom, you knew how to use Teams, and
Cool, man. So we're reaching the end of the interview. I've got a few more questions. It's not really a question, but I would like you to sort of give us some parting words for fellow old Muirites. What parting words do you have? Words of encouragement for some of the old boys?
Yeah, I think look, maybe first to the guys in school. I'm sure they watch these podcasts. Trust the process. Trust what you're going through. Definitely you're going to come out better on the other side. And as long as you remain disciplined, and you, whether that's in rugby, whether that's in academics, just trust your process and have an end goal, and you'll make it through. And I think to the old Muirites, I think just let's be more open to connect. I think a lot of value from us as a old boys association coming together more often, and connecting and sharing ideas. One, how do we build each other? Sometimes it could be also, how do we build and make the school better? I think that's potentially for me what I would make a clarion call to all the old boys listening. Get involved. There's so many projects that we're doing at the school, from solar to fields to improving rugby, and it doesn't have to be monetary. It could be just your time, and sometimes that's all the worth it. And sometimes even the small or the young men at schools, just seeing you makes all the world of difference to them, to go, oh, he was here, he was where I am now, so if he can do it, therefore means that I can do it too. So you almost give hope to the others that are following the same footsteps, walking the same corridors that you once walked.
Cool. Buchule, our time of torture has come to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. I wish you success in the future, and I hope your business continues growing, because it seems to be on the up and up, and continue helping other people. I liked what you said about your biggest achievement being that you see the fruits of the work that you do. I think it's very important for us to realize the impact that we have at a young age, because we're still young. So it's important that you can see the difference that you're making. And I like the fact that you acknowledge and you can see that it's actually making a big difference in people's lives. So thank you very much for that, and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it, Herman. You've been a great host.
Sharp, man.
Cool.
You're right. You can hit him up. You can look him up probably on LinkedIn and find his information over there, so that he can assist you with all your tax needs. I have to plug Muirites, guys. So if you need help with anything that is tax related, hit this guy up. So we're going to bounce now and say goodbye. But before we do that, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. You just like and subscribe, you press the thumbs up button, you'll be notified of every time we upload a video of the OMU podcast. This is episode number 7. If you've missed any of the episodes, you can just go back on the playlist and you can catch up and watch all the other podcasts that we've done. You can also communicate with us via our social media pages, which is Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn, for all the serious guys, because we've got some serious business people here, so they can get all the information about the OMU over on LinkedIn. But from me, it is 6 p.m. right now at the Kruger National Park. It's dark. I have to get and head off home. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And please, guys, remember and never forget, as a Muirite, you are second to none. Cheers.